Hey Capricorn, it's Kasha, and I have some messages for you today. And I need to say, when I shuffled that card and I took them out, wow, I was like, wow, speechless. What's happened here? Look, you have so extremely colorful and like lots of imaginative expression in these cards. Like extremely colorful, like wow, my eyes are like, what's happening here? Lots of things happening, and extremely small details, like everywhere in every single picture is like hundreds of different aspects, colorful aspects, like like this how you say, like innocent energies, like the childfulness. And this card's showing me, like, lots of fantasy and extremely like different world, like from the child perspective. Like kids are imagining everything, and they are so specific about that. Wherever they play for, this is full. Every single role or the game which one they're doing, this is full of imagination. And when the child creating something, playing something with kids, th- they create everything from nothing. And every single thing which are they doing is like full of small details and precisions, because they are open and for that kind of imagination, without any boundaries, without any rules, without any logic, which one blocking that kind of creativity in them. And they just going purely in. They forgetting about world around. They forgetting about the parents, which one they calling them to eat something. They don't need to eat. They just play. They're just fully there. They're creating. They put all the small details together, and this all have such a nice and powerful game. And everything is possible there. And this Capricorn, I don't know what you're doing right now, but this sounds really amazing. And what I'm seeing also, all the cards came upside down. And what is showing me is like, I'm seeing like you living in some kind of fire right now, the creative fire, like the fantasy fire, like there's such a powerful fantasy or something like that, mystical, provocative stage in your life. Also, this upside down, all these creative cards showing me, is like you even you a little bit disconnect yourself from this material world as a human. I'm hearing there's so much that creative side of you, this fantasy side of you is like so rich. Like, I'm hearing like, give it to me, Sam. You like share that with me, give me a little bit, because this is even like overwhelmed, like it's so much and too much. And wow, how you take that, and this coming to you from all these different ways, and strongly, purely through you and for you. But the first card showing me, like the gold umbrella and the lady under that. And she's got this bubbles created, and lots of small things there, and the book. And I'm seeing, normally when you're sitting under the umbrella, normally you're protecting yourself from something, from the rain, or the life umbrella. You have lots of different aspects which are protecting you from something. You hiding yourself to feeling safe with you. But normally this is like that when it's upward. But for me, sorry, Capricorn, it's for you. But now I'm seeing like you in some way, you don't protect yourself anymore from that kind of fantasy, from that kind of magical prosperity in you. And actually totally opposite, you do something upside down, like you take off that umbrella, because for the first point of view, you can say, yeah, that umbrella was protecting me, yeah, from something. But actually you ask yourself, but it was protecting me from what? From my creativity, from fantasy, from imagination. This is one of the most powerful tools of creativity in our life as adults. this is the biggest part of ourselves as a humans, the adult ones. When we grown, we losing that part of imagination, and imagination is huge spiritual prosperity. And when you have a huge imagination, you bringing lots of good things to you, and much easier, much clearer, much faster, much more in the provocative way. And when you decided to take off that umbrella, and you said, no, 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 I won't be protecting myself from goodness for myself, and you took down that umbrella, and you realized, like, I'm free, like I'm still protected, because I can keep that kind of pipe of the the handle of the umbrella. I can be stable, and stay there, and I'm allowing myself that prosperity to come to me in the wave of imagination. And I'm seeing here like the book or notebook, like you can read something beautiful, some kind of story, and you think, and you imagine that, and you're like fully there, and you like fully sucked to that juicy energy of that kind of story of this book, which uncover in the details, in the small details, and you're like, wow, that's the story. And oh wow, I feel so powerful to sense that, to read that, to be inside of that kind of magic. Or you can even to take that kind of some kind of paper and just write all this imagination thoughts which one you have in you, like all this prosperity aspects of you, which one coming flowing your way. And you realize this golden umbrella, actually you allow this golden umbrella to wave you with lots of goodies, different kind of goodies, and good in your life. When you start dreaming, you start imagining things, you start wanting things. You're just closing your eyes, and you don't expect like as an adult, oh, this doesn't make sense. It's not really never gonna happen. No, you're just closing your eyes, and you're dreaming. Oh, I want this. I dream about that. I wish to have this. I want that kind of relationship. I want to be. This is the version who I want to be. That's me. That's pure me, and without any boundaries and any hiding from that powerful energy. You do opposite. You just fully. Fantasizing about anything what's coming your way, the things which and you really want, and they so real, so realistic for you, and you fully in that kind of fantasy moment for yourself. And this is so deep, so wonderful. And now we're coming to the next card. Normally this is like the this clear ball, and with a carousel, and the horse carousel inside. And when you put when you can turn the music, the sounds on, and this horse usually turning around. And this is like the like the glass ball. And you see here you have like two toys, boy and girl, and something destroying, like from the circus, I'm seeing from the top, and destroying that glass, breaking through that glass and damaging that kind of toy. And these two tiny kids or toys that are like, oops, what's happened here? And this was like upside down, of course, for you. And what's that mean? What I'm sensing here, when you going to that stage of your fantasy world, which one you're bringing, and the prosperity, which one you want, your own dreams, the clearly crazy, I'm hearing dreams, not like for adult, but you don't care, you are like a pure child there. And in some way you damaging, because of this different way of seeing yourself right now, you damaging this glass from childhood, this glass toy about the happiness. For example, this is like the glass ball which one you got from somebody, and right now as an adult you can take this, you can shake that, and you can, or turn that music, and you can just dream about, oh, when 20 years ago, when I was young, this brought me to so many nice positive fantasy stages, and I was like believing in the world and in my dreams so much. And that kind of power in you was keep that in just that kind of memory, which one you put on your shelf. And sometimes you grab that that childhood part of yourself, that fantasy dreaming, powerful energy, and you was like just remembering that. And this was some kind of cage I'm hearing. And because you turn upside down that golden umbrella, and you bringing so much prosperity, this fantasy power, and this power destroyed that mental cage as an adult, which one you have, like, I shouldn't dream about that things or fantasizing so much because I'm grown up, I need to be serious. And this is not real. And of course, this is not true. And that's why you got that, like the spiritual power, and your fantasy destroyed that part of you, which one was destroying the fantasy child in you, and and this too, and actually, even if this looks like it's damaged and sad and everything, actually it's completely opposite. It's such a powerful, because right now you don't need to imagine this horse on the carousel. You have real horse, real fantasy horse, which undamaged that small belief system in your inner childhood fantasy, because I'm hearing, because these two things prepared you to, like, this is like the siren, yeah, like the siren, again, is like a glass toy with the siren. But this is different aspect I'm hearing. She's under the water, and this is not like the glass. This is like this showing, this helping her breathing. But actually, she can breathe under the water. I don't know why. Give me a moment. I'm seeing here she's under the water, and normally siren can breathe easily. They don't need anything else to breathe under the water. But she's got a different glass ball here. She's got the glass ball where she can be a little bit feeling as a human. And the human are need air to breathe air. And she's got the pigeon, the butterflies, like under the water. She's got a little bit of the earth. She can, even if she's like a half fish, in this moment she can feel like she's like a human, like her pure nature as a siren. And she can go to her own moment for a few minutes, for example, and be who she wants. The other part of her, you see, she's siren, like a half fish, half human, yeah. And because she's under the water, she's living her natural environment is like a fish environment, yeah. And but she still doesn't forget about part of herself, like it's the half of the human. And this deep fantasy, this deep dreaming moment, allowed her to be the other part, which one normally under the water is forgotten. Because under the water, we don't need to human aspect of ourselves. It's more useful the fish part of ourselves needed under the water, if this makes sense. And this gave me something like, because of that fantasy, that umbrella, which you allowed you to walk through this small dreaming, and allowed you to become joyful, to understand, like, you are adult, you are human. and and you still can dream, you still can be like this child sometimes, go to that imaginative space of yours, this fantasy world, which one you created for yourself, and you can be that child, you can be that joy, you can be that fantasy, you can dreaming and bringing that passion for you. And you can go there anytime, stay in that stage for example, for a few minutes, or once a week, and go out from that and be that mature adult, or grow up, serious person, or something like that. But these two cards allowing you to don't forget who you truly are, and the pure magic is inside of us, and this creative sides of you, like you can go now smoothly there and be the serious person in which one you are normally during the days. But you have these two spaces now, two safe spaces I'm hearing. And and that's why you have so much fantasy, because you break through from that adults thinking cages or something like that, and this allowing you not to be so grumpy, because when you have imagination, when you have passion, you have joy, and you bring in good things to your life, because your energy become in you changing, like colorful, like all these magic cards. And I hope so this makes sense, and I wish you uh, lots of joy, but actually I don't need to, because I can see you have plenty of that. Well done. Enjoy. Bye.